I have rights. I have the right of education. I have the right to play. I have the right to sing. I have the right to talk. I have the right to go to market. I have the right to speak up.
Malala Yousafzai is a Pakistani education advocate who became the youngest person ever to become awarded with a Nobel Prize for the promotion of peace at the age of 17. She was awarded after surviving an assassination attempted on her by the Taliban, which is a terrorist group in Pakistan.
The Taliban attempted to assassinate her because of her acts and will to give women the education they deserve. She managed to voice out her concern regarding to the matter that every girl is worthy of the education as much as the boys do. She even managed to survive the assassination attempt back in October 2012 and still pursued the vision of equal education.
Education, as we know it, is the key to success and change. As we quote Jose Rizal's statement, ang kabataan ang pag-asa ng bayan. But isn't it ironic that the youth today has this huge responsibility of uplifting the next generations, but not everyone has the right to good education? How can their youth remain to be the hope of the next generation when they themselves are hopeless?
The older generations tend to neglect the thoughts and the opinions of today's generation because they think that we are too young to involve ourselves in social and political issues in our country.
But Malala, at a very young age, knew what she wanted to fight for.
And that is the right to education for women in Pakistan.
She knew the obstacles that she would face, but she remained firm to her principles.
Education is not just for men, but for everyone.
The methods of preventing terrorism is to create a group which mainly teaches the youth about the do's and don'ts of certain scenarios in the day-to-day life.
Second is to create educational programs which may benefit the youth on how to be a better citizen and have some activities with moral lessons.
I personally think that youth plays a really important role in mitigating these effects because we are the ones who influence each other the most. If someone does this, someone will surely follow. Which I think is one of the reasons why there were many people who supported Malala and her advocacy towards the country.
As a youth living in the Philippines, my insight to the role of the youth in mitigating the effects of these threats is to tell other people to not panic and to follow the instructions of the government. I will also tell them to trust the government about these terrorism issues. Through the Civil 2S program, we could inform them whenever this issue occurs.
As part of the youth, we can lessen terrorism in our country if we start the change in ourselves. But how? Simply by applying the values that we learned and what God has given us. These values will help us, will help all of us, and will serve as a guide for us. We can also volunteer in some organizations such as Red Cross.
Follow the norms and belong. We must fight for justice. Also, we must be socially aware of what's happening around us. Let us all have zero tolerance against suspicious acts and crimes. Let us be vigilant at all times.
When I looked at my people and my school fellows and in the ban on the girls' education and the Taliban, so I thought that I must stand up for my rights, the right of education, the right for peace,